time. Hi, how are you today? I see a group of good friends that are up to taste some great coffees, and I have a perfect match for that. But I want to make that experience even better and to serve the cup that is that experience that is beyond the cup served. So I need three things for that: coffee and its origin story, brewing technique, and let's call it the next factor. And I will come back to that later on. So let's start with the story. So imagine you're driving on impossibly steep, kilometer-long road that rises swiftly through lush cloud forest, separating you from the modern world. A screech of a monkey and a call of a bird is letting you know that you have arrived to truly remote and magical refuge, a misty mountain farm. It's young and wild, playful yet majestic. It is a mysterious place on the edge of the virgin forest, separated from the wilderness. At first, you will not say it's a coffee farm, as it looks more like a jungle, located 700 meters above sea level in La India region of Phuket in Panama. It has unique microclimate that is sunny and breezy half of the year and covered with mist the other half. And this is where the coffee you're about to enjoy found its happy home. So a Misty Mountain Farm was built from the scratch. So the founders were cleaning the land by hand, leaving only large trees for a perfect mix of sun and shade and monkey bridges. And then they decided to plant a mix of bronze and green tip geisha into the virgin soil. The geisha varietal makes its magic in this tiny stretch of magnificent mountains tucked in between two oceans on the base of the ancient volcano. And everything on the farm is done by hand. So the cherries are harvested in the peak ripeness, with an average of 30 harvests from December through April. And then, this particular lot went under 38 hours of wild yeast fermentation, then 1 day of solar dry on raised bed, and followed by 27 days of drying in climate-controlled rooms for consistency. So the cultivation takes its philosophy from natural winemakers, with dedication to terroir-driven farming, coffee making. The aim is to truly release the potential of the variety instead of focusing on yield. It is one of the very few truly biodynamic and natural farms. When people actually listen to the farm itself and gently coax it into harmony, thanks to natural compostable fertilizers, continuous pruning, manual weed control, and only natural processing without any experiments. So the cup I am offering you today is a journey to the roots, based purely on what this variety, terroir, and processing has to offer. And while choosing a brewing technique, my philosophy is corresponding with producer's approach. So I'm focusing only on the attributes and flavors already created at the farm, and to deliver them into your cup. And I found Origami Air Brewer showcase its best. As it is a natural processed geisha, it has incredible texture that is juicy when hot and more coating and syrupy as it cools down. So I decided to use flatbed filter with no curves, as it creates more even layers of a coffee bed, make my brews more uniform, and leverage the incredible texture. big hole at the bottom of the brewer allows me to control flow rate better. So I'm able to showcase multi-layered developed acidity. There is more citrus when hot and has more stone fruits and winey characteristic as it cools down. And will delight you with a range of fruity flavors that I will list for you later on. Thinner paper filter allows me to use finer grind size, and that makes the extraction level higher, so I can give you more sweetness with the flavor note of Malaga dessert. And to intensify that experience for you, I'm using 20 grams of coffee and 300 grams of 92 degrees Celsius water. And I brewed and I ground the coffee on stage because I believe that every volatile compound is important for your coffee experience. I divided my brews into 5 equal parts, 60 grams of coffee every 30 seconds. It's a mix of agitation and center pour. Center pour, rise up the bed, increase the extraction, giving you this extreme texture. And agitation increases sweetness and extraction level, giving you the range of fruity flavors. So, the terroir, origin, processing, and producer's approach, and my brewing technique lead us finally to the moment when you can experience this forest geisha. And I've been talking about it already 7.5 minutes, so it's halftime, so it's the right time. So we're going to start with the aroma. So please note, violet, peach, and raspberry candy. You can leave the server and assess it directly from it. Here you go. Here you go. For the cup profile, please note, flavors when hot. We're going to have orange, fresh strawberry, and raisin. When it cools down, raspberry, peach, and we keep the citrus note with a hint of pomegranate. As it cools down, it keeps the red fruit characteristic. And we also have Malaga dessert and cherry blossom. Aftertaste is lingering, long, orange like lemonade when hot, sweet rooibos tea as it cools down. Acidity, medium to high, fresh orange like when hot. More stone fruit and winey characteristic as it cools down, like Primitivo red wine. Then we have body, medium to high, juicy when hot, coating, syrupy as it cools down. Balanced is extremely well-balanced coffee, where the acidity supports sweetness and the layers of aftertaste and body are well separated, well integrated, and supports all layers of flavors. I'm super glad I could share that great coffee with you. And this is the X factor. This moment can never happen again. So please start with your spoon and then continue from the cup. Thank you. Time.